hours are sessions hosted by professors or TAs on Quirkus, usually using BB Collaborate, where you can ask questions or just interact with the host of these sessions. And usually it's at a scheduled time, which is usually shown on the course syllabus, or you can actually just email the prof or a TA if you just want to set up an individual appointment. And they're usually drop-in hours, so you can feel free to come and go as you please.
So most of these office hours tend to be held on BB Collaborate, which is part of Quirkus, or you can also meet up with your lecturer or your TA via some other communication application that's decided beforehand. So that might be Skype or Zoom or MS Teams. And so you're going to be able to meet up either individually with your TA or lecturer, or you can even go with a group of friends, or it will be a drop-in session, as Theodore said, it will be a drop-in session in which you're able to kind of hang around and see these different questions pop up and join in it.
Office hours is a time that students can come in, usually happen on a weekly basis, and if you have an assignment, you can definitely come in with an outline of your stuff and just ask them questions and see if you're heading on the right track, and you can definitely get a lot of good pointers and make sure you don't make a lot of mistakes that you could make.
I also found them very useful when I just was interested in the professor's research and wanted to know more about that. So you can speak to professors about their research and any possible opportunities that are available to you at office hours, and you could even possibly end up working with them. So it's a really good way to build professional relationships and interact with TAs and professors. I also found them office hours useful when I had an assignment and I just wanted to get pointers or some clarification from the TA who's usually grading that assignment. So if you have any questions or if you're in doubt about any parts of your assignment, you can go to office hours just to get some more information.
Office hours is also really helpful when you have an assessment and you're trying to look back at it. It's definitely a good time to reflect, and TAs and profs will definitely give you the proper pointers just for when you have a future assessment in that course or just future assessments in general. It's a great time just to hear back from the prof.
So it's super helpful to have office hours when there's a large assessment coming up, and so you can prep and find ways to discuss your different ideas and plans with your TA or your professor. And so what I find super helpful is having an outline prepared on your device, which you'll be having the chat with, and being able to screen share that outline or that plan with the person you're discussing with is a really great way to be able to look through these different checkpoints and just go through an in-depth discussion of what your plan is, and you come out having a stronger plan and outline of what you plan to do for that assessment. A really great tip is before the course starts, check your course syllabus and see when those office hours are. Write those down in your agenda. They might be weekly, they might be bi-weekly. Just always have them in your agenda. You don't have to go to every office hour, but being able to see when those office hours are and knowing that maybe you have an assignment coming up, knowing that you have that option for office hours is a really great way to remind yourself that there are supports that can help you out, and you're able to know when you can go and you won't forget about them.
And another thing about office hours is that it's okay to not have questions. You can simply go to an office hour just to hear the questions that other students have and listen to the answers being provided to those questions. Hearing those questions may validate some questions you already have and make you feel less nervous about being at the office hour.
So there can be a lot of anxiety and stress about meeting one-on-one with a lecturer or a TA and discussing an assignment or something that might be confusing to you. So a really great way that you can kind of ease those anxieties is to go with a group of friends or classmates that are part of that same course with you. And so being part of a recognized study group allows you to meet up with classmates that are in the same course as you, and you can meet up beforehand, discuss potential questions or things that you'd like to discuss with the TA or lecturer, and have that prepared and go as a group to meet up with a TA or lecturer via office hours.